After the fame, we were in a kind of a space where now people wanted to know a lot of things about us. So, like she said, we toned it down a bit so that we don't allow people to know everything about us, because again, the technology, the digital world, the more they know, the more maybe they bash you or like you.
Cyberbullying.
Yes, so we had to tone it down. So we never really had a chance to talk about our family, like how we would want to have a baby, is it a boy, a girl, or steps to take for us to have the baby. I think it just happened. It was just a blessing. I was at work somewhere in around Kenya. I was in somewhere in Kilifi. I was teaching, as I told you.
Okay.
Then she came to
That
Kilifi.
took her back.
Yeah, she came to Kilifi, and then I think she wanted to tell me she was expecting. Then I don't know what happened. I was very busy. And then when I'm busy, I think I just shut off. So I think she saw I wasn't ready, so she didn't tell me. She waited until we came back to Nairobi. And that night, she told me, by the babe, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep the whole night. So many thoughts were running through my head. I was like, am I ready? Am I ready to be a parent? Am I going to be a good dad? Am I going to be a good man to my family? So many thoughts just...
Do you feel like the pressure came from outside or from yourself?
From myself. From myself. I think if I look at also my background, we've been raised with... we are lucky to have both parents. So I could say we've been raised well. So I was just wondering, how has it been? The way I used to be, maybe nilikuwa nasumbua wazazi. Is it the same case? What is going to happen? How am I going to be a dad? Basically, just I think my life changed from that day, because I started looking at life from a very different perspective. When we were two of us, you know, it's a party, nini. We can even go to Nakuru and stay over 2 days, nini, come back later. But now, responsibilities start coming. That day she told me she was expecting, I think everything changed around my head, in my mind, and how I wanted to, even for my students to look at me. Because now I'm going to the next level of being a parent.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we didn't discuss about having a baby. Maybe she had her thoughts.
I
but
thought,
I
that's
never
what
shared it.
Aggie, what came to mind? Did you ever feel like you're going to have any societal pressure now that you are in the limelight, and here you are, people are still trying to dig out like your background, and here you are now expecting a child?
Wow. Actually, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about any other people outside, maybe the home, because I was like, yeah, I think this is the right time for the baby to come. Of course, you'll be thinking, wait, now I'm pregnant, my career. There are all these things that are happening around your mind. You are at the peak of your career and you're thinking, wow, if this baby comes, and the way me naona kwa mtandao, people are taking forever to snap back, you're like, oh my God, this is going to like pull me down on something. But then I think it took me back, and I think I really prayed about it. And I was like, if this is a space God needs me to be at this moment, let me enjoy it. Because I think from there, from having to understand that every time there has to be a season, and you have to flourish in that season. We're not that spiritual, but I think the season scriptures, I think they came right at the right moment when we needed to. You know, we hear them and you're like, hiyo ni scripture too. But then we were experiencing it. Now it's here. Yeah. So we had to like know this season, it's going to pass. The 9 months will pass. We'll bring forth a new being that we need to take care of.
Exactly.
That's another season of being parents. So I just had to shift my mind and know career will always be there. But let's focus on being the best mom I can be. Yeah. And from there, I think I enjoyed my pregnancy. Whoa. From the word go, from when I knew I was pregnant until the last minute, even through that labor. I was just awesome.
Dancing, did you document it in any way?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I was dancing all through. So I have so many dance videos of me dancing during my pregnancy. I didn't have any morning sickness. I had nothing. I think the only one issue we had was mom. I had it's called what influx of not nausea. We thought it was labor pains, but actually it was acidity. I think I had eaten something. So I was just puking. And it was almost like a week to me.
deliver.
Yes. So we thought like it's labor pain. But when we went to hospital, I was like, no, you're not yet. It's just the acidity. So I think that was the only issue I had. But ati nimeamuka leo sisikii, I think I was the happiest person when I was pregnant.